What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Karl here today with some more fitness bullshit. No, in all honesty though, the fitness community is just getting more and more toxic and it just gives me more and more videos. So, let's get into it.
Lifting to failure is the dumbest principle in exercise and health and fitness. It is. I don't lift to failure ever.
What? What? Just because you don't do it doesn't mean you tell other people not to do it. Lifting to failure is probably one of the most important things that you can do when it comes to your training. But I will say, you can't lift every lift to failure. Because when you lift every lift to failure, sometimes that can give you a negative response in terms of recovery, but most importantly, how you feel. But lifting to failure at least 2 or 3 times out of your 5 workouts for the week is probably the best thing you could do for yourself. What are we talking about here? Literally, like, if we think about it, right? And we think about going to the gym. What is the most important thing that we always say when it comes to going to the gym? Intensity, frequency, and volume. These are the most important things, right? Volume, you can kind of get away with. Frequency, we know people that go to the gym all the time and don't see results. Because guess what? They don't lift to failure at all. And they're always just going through the motions. So yes, you need to lift to failure. Not every lift, but at least some of your lifts. Because if you truly want to challenge yourself, you truly want to grow, you got to push your limits. And that's what lifting to failure is. It's pushing your limits. So I don't agree with this, man. Come on. Don't start spreading some bullshit. This is the first video we have? Come on, man.
15% body fat look like.
17.
Tell me if I'm tripping, man.
You tripping. You tripping, bro. That ain't 17% body fat.
Thinking I'm gonna get down to like sub 10, gang. Let's see what it really hit for. I'm about a buck.
Nah, you ain't 17% body fat, bro. I would probably say you're more or less like 22, 25, just being nice. But in reality, you're probably like 27. And I'll give you an example, right? This is me, 11 to 13% body fat. You can see the abs, you can see the chest striations, you can see the veins. And this is about 11 to 13% body fat when I was getting ready for my bodybuilding show. Now, let me show you this. This is me, most likely, at 19 to 22% body fat. And the reason I say 19 to 22 is because your body fat can vary. On the days I was eating less, I would look leaner. On the days I was eating more, I didn't look so lean. So if this is me at 19 to 22, bro, there's no way you're at 17.
Bucks 73. I was.
And I'll congratulate you on the weight loss, bro. That's awesome. Good shit. But you're not 17% body fat.
190.
You have a long way to go. And that's why I always tell people body fat and losing weight are completely different, bro. Body fat is actually holding on to as much muscle mass as you possibly can while you're in a caloric deficit. Losing weight, the scales dropping, sometimes that could be muscle too if you're not eating enough protein, nor if you're not strength training. So at the end of the day, kudos to you for losing weight, but bro, you're probably at like 25 to 27% body fat, just being honest. Next.
Get lean and shit like that, and with that mindset, you can get your ass blended up.
Huh?
If you gonna be 260, 2 something lean, nigga, you gonna be 225, 210, 195 lean, whatever. Get your ass worked.
Huh?
You better know how to fight for that. You better know how to fight. If you gonna be that size, you better know how to fight, man. Get lean and shit like that, and with that mindset, you can get your ass blended up.
That shit make no sense, bro. Like, are we still like, bro, size doesn't matter when it comes to fighting. You could be 260 and be a great fighter, and you could be 225 and be a great fighter. You could be 200 and be a great fighter. It's just a matter of, do you fight? Do you train to fight? Like, I'm right now 5'11", around 208. I've trained to fight in the past. Does that mean I can go and fight a UFC fighter at 260 and think I'm going to win because I'm lighter and leaner? Fuck no. Nor, if I was 260, big as hell, does that mean some guy I see walking on the street that's, let's say, 145, 160 soaking wet, I can go beat his ass? Hell no, because if he's a trained MMA fighter, I might get fucked up. So, like, I don't get this, if you're this, if you're that, you can get your ass blended up. Like, why can't we just get along, man? Like, what's wrong with that? Why can't we all just get along? Damn. Why does it always have to be some form of ego? Like, bro, go lose some weight and get leaner, and I promise you, you'll change that take. For real. Next up, man.
Oh, but I bench more than you. Alright, bro, try explaining that shit to everyone on the beach when I'm standing next to you and I'm 3 times fucking leaner. Just put the bench in the bag, bro. No one gives a fuck.
You might look leaner, but when the sun goes down, your whole physique disappears. I'm still built like a fucking tank. So while you're in the gym working on your little abs for beach photos, I'm building to be big enough to sink a boat. We're not the same, buddy. Don't sit there and try and flex because you're mad.
You're not going to sink a boat, bro. Like, you're not going to sink a boat. He has a point, you have a point. But you're not going to sink a boat. What the fuck? Man said he's training to sink a boat. In what fucking life? Are you a fucking hook or something? Hell no. Look, if you want to train to look lean, train to look lean. If you want to train just to get big and strong as fuck, do what you want. Why do we have to come in and argue with each other like, yeah, bro, just because you're big, you know, when you go to the beach, you're going to look like shit. And then the other person, yeah, but guess what? At night, I'm going to look big as hell while you look small as hell. Like, who cares, bro? It's what you want. Like, who cares? What you want with your life, you do what you want with your life. So if you want to get jacked, get jacked. If you want to be big, strong, and overweight, be big, strong, and overweight. Come on, man. What the?
Yes, down, slow down. Yes, say. Yes, slow down.
What are we doing? What is this supposed to help with? What muscle fibers is going to target? Like, seriously. Is this what we're doing now? If my man can't squat whatever he's squatting, he can't squat whatever he's squatting. He needs to drop the weight down until he can. Smacking his ass is not going to give him some type of different response, bro. What the fuck? Yo, nah. Let's move on, bro. I'm done with that. Oh, Lord.
Body dysmorphia, it would be at that point if it negatively impacted your life. And so, in other words, you can't go out to eat with your friends. You can't take your shirt off in public, but we're at the gym, you have your shirt off. If you had body dysmorphia, it'd be like, Greg, man, I'm not gonna take my shirt off because, like, I'm a little fat.
Yeah, body dysmorphia is something I always say you can use it to either bring yourself down or you can use it to elevate yourself. You know, it's like when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can do two things. You could say, oh, damn, I look like shit. Put on a shirt and just walk away from it and never stand in front of that mirror again. Or you could be like, damn, I need to start working on myself. And for me, I use it to start working on myself. I used to be the person that would go to the beach, put a shirt on. I used to be the person that would go into the pool with a shirt on. I used to be the person that while he was in the locker room taking off his shirt, sucking in his gut, so therefore nothing would be hanging out. And same thing when it came back to putting on my shirt. I would suck in my gut. I used to be that guy. And I was tired of feeling that way. I was tired of letting those feelings and emotions rob me of being within the moment. So for me, I utilize my body dysmorphia to elevate myself, to get stronger, to get leaner, right? And even to this day, I still feel like I have a little bit of it. Because I will look myself in the mirror and be like, damn, my arms are looking small. And my fiance would be like, yo, you're tripping. You look great. You look amazing. But I still, look at myself and say, hey, I could still get better here. I could still get better there, as ways to keep progressing in life, right? To keep progressing within my health. Because, again, you could use it to either bring yourself down or you could use it to elevate yourself. And for me, I always want to continue to work on my health and get better. So I use my body dysmorphia to push me towards trying new things. Like, for example, a 5K. I want to run a marathon or a 5K this year. And I actually want to sign up for it within this week. So therefore, I could just challenge myself and push myself in a different way. Even though I despise running, I'm telling you, I hate running, but I'm going to go and do it anyways. Because I want to challenge myself. I want to challenge my body, and I want to see and feel a different look.
I mean this as disrespectfully as possible. The body positivity movement and all of the people that preach these things can get fucked. Because it had me thinking for years that my body and my lifestyle and the way I was self-harming myself through food and being unhappy and unhealthy, that all of that wasn't the problem, and that the problem was that I didn't have enough confidence or self-esteem, and I didn't love myself enough through that. So I worked for years being okay living this lifestyle, this harmful lifestyle, and focusing on, oh, I'll just have confidence anyway, and that's self-love, and that's body positivity, because even though I'm morbidly obese and I'm literally killing myself, I should love it, because that's confidence and that's self-love. That's literally not that. No. Self-love is accountability. Self-love is understanding that you are worthy of living a healthy, happy lifestyle.
Facts.
And you deserve to put the work and effort into achieving that. It's not convincing yourself that you're comfortable and you're happy living half life. It's not. And we shouldn't be trying as a society to like normalize that.
She's 100% right. You know, here's the thing. I'm a believer if if you want to be a certain way, you're going to be a certain way. But to come online and tell people that being overweight, being obese is fine is completely bullshit. Because at the end of the day, it's not. It's not, bro. You know how many people die of heart disease? You know how many people die of obesity each year? Like, look up the stats. It's not something to play around. And if we continue to tell people that, hey, it's okay to be obese, then who are we going to be a country in, 10, 20 years from now, even 50 years from now? We're going to just be an overweight country because we're just accepting obesity. It's going to help the medical system for sure. It's going to boost the revenue of the medical system, but it's also going to impact our entire lives because it's going to start making people look for ways to automate their life because they don't want to do anything because they're overweight. And people are already doing that. So I think the body positivity movement is something that we really need to change our perspective around what it actually means. And instead of just being overweight and being okay with overweight, I think body positivity should be what it used to be, where it was about people that, had, let's say, a missing arm or missing leg, and just still saying that you can still do the things that we do even though you have a disability. That's what body positivity used to be about. But now it's completely shifted to where we're just allowing obesity, we're just allowing people to be overweight. But most importantly, we're allowing people to lead themselves towards an early death. That's really what it is. You're leading yourself towards an early death. If you're 500, 400 pounds, you don't live a comfortable life. Let's be honest. And I've had a client who was 497 pounds and now she's walking around at 249. And I'm telling you, if you were to ask her right now, being at 500, 497 pounds, would you ever let yourself, get back up there because of body positivity? She would literally give you the middle finger to the face because she literally says to this day, I will never be that weight again because it robbed me of my opportunities, it robbed me of my life, it robbed me of moments with me and my kids, and it robbed me of actually pursuing more in life. So at the end of the day, being overweight and extremely obese affects way more than people think. It doesn't just affect your appearance, it affects your health, it affects the way you feel about yourself, it affects the way you put on certain clothes, it affects your ability to move. For example, I've had a client, the reason why she started training and coaching was because she fell and couldn't get back up for 8 hours until somebody came to help her, bro. Is that what we want? People to just fall and not be able to get themselves back up? And that's what body positivity is creating. More and more people like that. And one thing I also say is I saw a video a few days ago where somebody went to Europe. And in Europe, they were like, everything is narrow, everything is small. And it's like you can't force your ideology on us. And that's what body positivity is doing. It's forcing its ideology amongst the general public to where it's like, make things bigger to fit my size. No, lose a little bit of weight to fit into it. That's it. And that will put you in a position where you're healthier, more confident in yourself, but most importantly, you live a damn longer life. So yeah, 100% agree with her with there.
Who get those work for?
This is so I can chug it and have energy. This is to taste it and just immerse myself in it. And then you have to have the Dr. Pete in the felt cup. They're all mine.
Why though? Let's look at the comments. I don't know why I can't listen.
So,
She's a bevy girl. No, bro. No. Some of these comments are crazy. But one thing that stood out to me is she says, just launched my fundraiser to help cover the cost for weight loss surgery, which is a step forward of a healthier, more confident me. This journey is about more than weight. It's about gaining the freedom to enjoy life, be there for my daughter who has faced so much already. Girl, you gotta understand, just because you get weight loss surgery doesn't mean you can't get back up there. this kind of habit, you're bound to get surgery and gain another 50 to 100 pounds within 5 to 10 years. Like a healthier version of you, it's a version of you that has healthier habits. So therefore, you are more confident in yourself, in your life. Like, I will never understand this where people get surgery but never change their habits. It's like people that get a tummy tuck, get a BBL, and they have to do it every 2, 3, 4, 5 years because they never change their habits. A healthy version of you starts with you, not the surgery that you get. Like, come on, man. Starting the day with this much sugar as well, too, is just not healthy. If you want to set a better example for your daughter, you have to set that example with your habits so therefore your daughter can have those habits as well too. So therefore she can live a healthier and better and longer life. Just because you're going to get surgery doesn't mean it's going to change the root of the problem. If the root is never changed and the habits are going to continue, you're bound to gain it back and your daughter is bound to be your void as well too because monkey see, monkey do. It's just a fact. It's a fact. You need to do the work on yourself. Guys, we have to stop looking for ways to do things fast. It starts with you. It starts with your habits. It starts with what you do on a daily basis. It starts by this and not doing this. Maybe start with a black coffee or just start with the Alani and that's it. Or some water with the Alani or some water with a black coffee. You have to be able to change your habits to get to the weight loss goal that you want. Surgery is not just going to magically fix that because you can get surgery and let's say lose 100 pounds, but guess what? You can still die early from bad habits and heart disease because you never actually changed the habits that led to it. And that's just a fact. It's not a race. It's your own marathon. It's your own marathon and how you can put yourself, your body, your mindset in a better position to achieve a healthier version of you by changing the habits and things that you do on a daily basis. That's what health and fitness is about. It's not a race where it's like, oh, I just need to get the surgery to lose this pound and I'll be more confident. No, you will not be more confident even when you get the surgery. You will be more confident when you actually do the work. Confidence comes from you doing the work. And when you do the work and you see yourself doing the work and you're sure about the work, you're more confident about taking action and it will lead to continuous progress. That's it. Come on, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. We do.